What should be the age of consent for adolescents to engage in sex? Please note that when analyzing this question, we should also take into account the times that we live in. Anything is not ever in isolation, it is about what are the times. I shall give you all the details, but before that a bit of history to put things in perspective. It was in 2012 when the minimum age of consent for sexual intercourse was raised from 16 to 18 years. But then in the recent past, both members of higher judiciary as well as civil society raised concerns over the criminalization of consensual relationships between adolescents. So, what they are basically saying is that if a couple who are, for example, say 16 years old and have had sex with or without consent, with or without, even in such a situation, the male, if they are heterosexual couple, can be deemed to have committed rape on the girl in case there is a complaint. The reason being that the POCSO Act says that any sexual activity with or without the woman's consent, if she is below the age of 18, shall be considered as rape. One of the most significant observations came from none other than Chief Justice of India Chandrachud, who said, and I am quoting him here, "The POCSO Act criminalizes all sexual activity for those under the age of 18, regardless of whether consent is factually present between the two minors in a particular case." Raising concerns over the rise in the number of cases under the POCSO Act where consenting adolescents engage in sexual activity, Chief Justice urged the legislature to review the age of consent under the 2012 Act. You may now ask me, what if the couple marry? Suppose they get married. First of all, if someone marries at the age of 16, it is illegal. And even if, let us say, it happens in several rural areas, despite that it is illegal, even if, then under the ambit of engaging in sex, a large number of consenting couples can be prosecuted under POCSO. And in this case, if it is a heterosexual marriage, the husband could be jailed for up to 20 years under the law. Therefore, after much discussions and deliberation, the 22nd Law Commission, which submitted its report to the Union Law Ministry, has opposed reducing the minimum age of consent from 18 to 16 under the POCSO Act. Now, there have been several arguments about 16 versus 18. There are of course different age of consents in different countries and mostly based on cultural parameters, as well as, and this is very important, awareness amongst pre-teens and teens. Listen in to what Law Commission of India Chairperson Justice Rituraj Avasthi had to say.
We have finalized the report on POCSO Act, and the other report we have finalized with respect to online FIR.
And we submitted, the report will be released today?
Report we have finalized and we have sent it to the Law Ministry.
So, on both the agendas the meeting happened, but on the third agenda, one nation, one vote?
One nation, one election, we found that some more work is required to be done, and we are still in the process of finalizing the report.
Now, the United Nations formally defines adolescence as the period between 10 and 19 years of age and young people as between 10 and 24 years of age in Southeast Asian region. Even under this, a nation's law, while keeping in mind its cultural mores, have to be taken under consideration. But the most important aspect, ladies and gentlemen, about the age of consent for having sex is only awareness. But what awareness? Of the law, of our bodies, and first and foremost the choice of whether one is ready to engage in sex or not. It is a choice. I keep saying this, it is a choice. If you ask me, with the kind of complexities in India, we are culturally so different, and that is what is the beauty of this country. I feel, I am sticking my neck out, I feel it shall take a serious churn to come to any decisive conclusion about 16 or 18.